ladies and gentlemen, Spraying this here, and today I'm just gonna be doing, you know, a chill, another chill multiplayer, while at the same time, doing, doing a match of, of Gears 4 5's, King of the Hill, basically, multiplayer match King of the Hill, and it's gonna be, like I said, it's just gonna be like another, chill like video. Just something that that I want to talk about, like something that I want to talk about, basically. You know, something like that, really. But yeah. Before, like, on my previous, like on a previous multiplayer video, like I was like talking about like, about Gears of War lore. I was like, at least, about like my interest in it though, like, at least my interest in it, at the very least, my interest in it and such. And I did mention something like at the end of that video where I was gonna like, maybe at some point I'm gonna go, I might go and, talk about, you know, I might go and talk about like more of it, like probably in like in another chill like style video because the length of it, because I mean, most Gears of War matches, like, they tend to be quick. Like, they tend to be quick. They take about, like, several minutes, basically around, like, 7 to 8 minutes. I mean, I guess it depends, maybe 10 or 12 or 13 minutes. I mean, I guess it depends on how long the match is and, and the way of how, like, two teams, are fighting and such. So, yeah, and I guess during that, like when I was talking about like some of the Gears of War lore, like I mentioned something about like maybe that there could be like a game that could be like a Gears of War game that could be set around the Pendulum Wars, and I mean, and yeah, like I said, like it could be like a really interesting idea if there could be a game involving about that, and and that's basically I guess what I'm just gonna be talking about, more about about Gears of War and such. Like I want to talk more about like some more about Gears of War because you know I decided to say that yeah like I mean because before like I did say that that Gears of War is like one of my favorite favorite Gears of War franchises. And I mean, wait, did I say Gears of War franchises? I meant like game franchises, but at the same time though, you know yeah, maybe maybe Gears of War is definitely like my my number one favorite franchise. It's definitely like my number one favorite franchises. I did explain why before. Like I did explain why it's like my favorite franchise. And like yeah, like there cuz again, like I'm a fan of like other, of other gaming franchises. Like it's not just Gears, like I'm a fan of like other franchises too. But there's like something about Gears of War that that I really like about, and I just think it's like very interesting. It's just interesting, but in a way complex as well. But and seeing how like like how complex like the lore is, and like and I guess how big the lore is, like when I was talking about like the whole pet, like there should be like maybe there could be like a game involving some of the Pendulum Wars. I mean, it could be just that. Like maybe there could be that again. Like like basically the Pendulum Wars is basically like a 79-year long war. I mean, that's how long the war is. I mean, think about that. Like 79 fucking years. That's almost close to being 80. It's almost close to being 80, and yet the war just ended with the Hammer of Dawn strike. And all that. I mean, and all that is in like the omnibus comics. By IDW like made by IDW comics. But also on the on the Jacinto yeah, the Jacinto Remnants novel book that I read. By the time like the Hammer of Dawn is made, it's like by the time it's made and fully operational, like the COG decides to say you know let's just end the war by like by like using the fucking giant laser, using the laser satellites to to blow up the UIR. Like let's just do that. Well, actually, no, I don't think Jacinto Remnant mentioned that. Maybe they did, but actually, Jacinto Remnant novel is, something else, really. Like, it's usually something else. Like, that's all it is. It's usually just something else. But, yeah. know, and again, like it kind of got me wondering really about, you know, what the other events of the Pendulum Wars is like. I mean, it kind of got me wondering because again, you know, I did mention about there being an Asheville Fields. I mean, there's even like the Anvil Gate battle. Like, there's like the Battle of Anvil Gate, or was it the Siege of Anvil Gate? I think it's the Siege of Anvil Gate or something like that. Yeah, definitely the Siege of Anvil Gate. You know, yeah, you know that's definitely what it is, the Siege of Anvil Gate. I mean, and you also got, not to mention like in the comics, like you even get to see like young Adam Phoenix, and even Anya Stroud's mother. I think I think the mother's name is Elaine Stroud. I think it's definitely Elaine. Could be wrong, but it's definitely Elaine Stroud. I mean, I don't know. I might need to look up what the name of Anya Stroud's mother is, but yeah, you know, just seeing like the two, you know, being young and such, even though Anya's mother is already is married to somebody else, and and Adam Phoenix is basically married to somebody else. I mean, who knows? Maybe there was a point where maybe the two had feelings for each other or something like that. Maybe they must have done, you know, some adultery. I mean, think about that. I mean, you know, their spouses are far away. Their spouses are far away. Maybe it could be that. Yeah, maybe it could be that. But I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you know, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. But you know, yeah. So I mean, I guess, yeah. You know, there could be something like that really with the, you know, I mean, basically, yeah. Like there could be like, you know, maybe there could be like a Pendulum Wars like that focus on, you know, Adam Phoenix. Like maybe you play as Adam Phoenix and you just like, you know, like see what the war is like on his perspective, like see what battles he's fought. I mean, think about that. I mean, I think I did mention that there being bazookas during that time, and when I was reading the comics, yeah, there's like these bazookas, these rocket launchers, and it kind of makes me wonder, how come none of the Gears of War games have those bazookas and or rocket launchers? How come they don't? Like, I think it's basically a bazooka. I mean, it just looks like a bazooka rather than an ordinary looking RPG. Just got me wondering about that. But yeah, you know, yeah, maybe that could be, maybe that weapon could be a thing in, you know, in a game that's focused on a game that's focusing on the Pendulum Wars. But at the same time, I also think that maybe, just maybe, there could be a, you know, like there could be, you know, like, I mean, I think I did say something about like there could be like different types of UIR troops, you know, to like fight on. Like maybe there could be like a heavy armored, you know, like a heavy armored, you know, UIR troop that would literally require to take down like, you know, it would require you to like shoot, you know, to like waste a lot of bullets. Kind of like how you're like, kind of like, you know, shooting down boomers. Because think about, you know, boomers and all, and the maulers and the punchers and all that, like in the Gears of War games, is that, I mean, specifically in the first Gears of War game, but then again, I mean, well, actually, no, the first Gears of War game only had is boomers. I mean, Maulers is like first seen, and yeah, Maulers and Butchers are like first seen on like Gears of War 2, but, you know, but in the first Gears of War game, I mean, yeah, it took like a fuck ton of bullets. And I mean, a fuck ton of bullets to like take down, you know, those like boomers. But then I guess it wasn't until like in Gears of War 2 and then later Gears of War games that, you know, the boomers, they felt like their health is nerfed. Like, their health is really nerfed. I mean, maybe there could be like, you know, I don't know, like maybe some kind of like UIR like type of soldier that, you know, that is kind of like, that is kind of like the boomer. You know, that is kind of like the boomer in a way. You know, wearing like, I guess maybe some kind of like, you know, tough armor, which requires you to like, I guess, you know, just waste a lot of ammo on, you know, and trying to take down that type of soldier. Maybe, maybe. I mean, it could be very interesting. It could be very interesting to have something like that. It could be very interesting to have something like that. Not to mention, like, no, not to mention, I mean, maybe have a mission where, you know, like maybe have missions where you can like try out like playing as other, you know, Saga characters, you know, other Gears characters. Yeah, maybe there could be something like that, really, where you could just play like as other, as other Gears of War characters. Now, I mean, granted, I mean that's what I also think, really. I mean, who knows, basically. I mean, if there were to ever be, I mean, because I mean, yeah, if there were to ever be like a game that is set on a Peloton Wars, I mean, it's there, like it's all there. I mean, think about that. 79 years, 79 fucking years of both the COG and the UIR fighting each other. You know, 79 years. Maybe there could be like a lot of, interesting lore bits and pieces there. Even the battles. But not only that though, like, I'm also thinking that maybe, besides there ever being like a Penelope Wars, based game, there could also be like maybe like a game where, well, it could be based, there could be a focus on the Locust. Like, it could be like a Locust based, because, who knows how long, I mean, because here's the thing though, like, who knows how long, like, the Locusts have been fighting the Lambent for. I mean, because basically though, like, underground, like, there's basically like this civil war going on. There's basically like this civil war going on between the Locust and the Lambent. And it got me wondering, like, if there should be like, some kind of like Gears of War game that could be that could focus, where you play as Rom or Scourge or Karn or maybe some other Locust characters. Maybe some other Locust characters, like maybe, I mean, new ones or existing ones. You know, just think about that. Like, maybe there could be something like that, where, it involves just fighting off against Lambent. Maybe there could be like different Lambent variants that haven't, been seen before in other Gears of War games. I mean, sure, I mean, the entirety of the setting would be underground, but yeah, it will definitely be underground. But what also would be more interesting? Maybe seeing the entirety of the layout of the city of Nexus. Yeah, in Gears of War 2, you'd be in the city of Nexus. I mean, I want to see how big. I mean, it'd be interesting to see like other areas of Nexus that hasn't been seen before. And again, it's a big ass fucking city underground. It's like the biggest city underground. And I think it could be really interesting to, like, at least have that. Maybe have that, basically. I mean, it could be like a short story campaign, or maybe, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe a long story campaign. I mean, I guess it depends, really. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be very interesting if stuff like that happens. Though, I mean, I'm not sure, but I mean, it could happen. It could really, really, really happen. I mean, depends really, but I guess maybe. But yeah, I think that's gonna be. I mean, I think that's it for what I really want to talk about. I mean, I guess that's really it for what I really want to talk about for. About about maybe there being some, there being like some, maybe there could be like some, Gears of War games that could be set on, like that could be like, one could be set on the Petal Wars and the other could like be, Locust based for the, for the Civil War that happened underground. But I mean, but other than that though, I mean, it could be really interesting to see all that. It would be really interesting to see all that, but at the same time though, like, yeah, I mean, but also it's, yeah, really, in a way for me to make a sentence. Um, basically, yeah, it's kind of like, on the reason why, I mean, I guess maybe why I like Gears of War franchise so much. Kind of like why I like it so much. And I guess maybe it becoming like my favorite gaming franchise. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess maybe, I could like also like maybe talk about some other, Gears of War stuff at some point if later on. But yeah, there will also be some more, laid back, chill, style videos that that I like to make, later on in the future. But yeah, that's gonna be for today's video. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and get the notification bell. I'll be seeing you guys on next video. Oh, and enjoy, you know, the gameplay that is also shown. Yeah.
You gave your all. It was not enough.